Hello everyone, this is the 23rd learning material in the lecture series of programming in C language. This is our fourth module. The loop control statement and subsection that we will be discussing is the do while loop. Let's begin with the module. Friends, in our previous learning material, we learned about the while and the for loop statement in C language. Now we will study about the last loop control statement in C language, that is the do while loop statement. Let's see some points about the statement. The loops that we have used so far executed the statements within them a finite number of times. However, sometimes the situations occurs when it is not known before that how many times the statements in the loops are to be executed. This situation can be handled by using the do while loop, in which the keyword do is used to implement the control loop instruction. The other keyword while is used to implement the decision control of the loop instruction. The keyword while tells the compiler that what follows is a decision control instruction. Let's understand the flow and structure of the do while loop statement. In the do while loop statement, we will be executing repeatedly as long as condition is true. This loop executes its statement at least once even if the condition fails for the first time. But the while loop will not execute its statement if the condition fails for the first time. This is natural to test a loop at the beginning rather than at the end of the loop. Hence, do while loop is less frequently used than the while loop. The syntax for the do while loop is do inside the curly braces statement A, statement B, statement C, while inside the opening and closing bracket expression 1, then expression 2. It is a bottom tested control loop, means the test condition is checked at the bottom of the loop body. This means even though the test condition is false, but the loop gets executed extra for the last time before the control comes out of the loop. Let's see some ways to use the do while statement. The module which will be repeated is called the body of the do while loop, and it is enclosed in the curly braces in the next line of the keyword do. After the keyword do, we must not write anything, not even the semicolon. After the keyword while and before the conditional statement, there must be a space bar entered. After the conditional statement, here we have to use the semicolon. Problem arises because in do while statement after the conditional, the next line means the new line and not the associated next line, as in the other loop control structure. Now let's actually get the hands down on the programming. For this entire section, we will be following some common outline. In this activity, programmers have the freedom to choose any of the apps from the downloaded 2 apps. Depending on the apps, there are 2 different outlines. For all the programs that we will be discussing in this section, the lines written in the red color will be the same and necessary to write for each program. Only the black colored lines will be different as per the requirement. We are going to discuss some example of the above discussed do while statement. Here, let's see some example of the do while loop statement. In the first example, we have initialized 3 integer type of location with name I equal to 1, j equal to 0 and num. Then we have used the printf statement to ask the user to enter the number of first odd number they want. This number we have scanned from the memory location with name num. Then to get the first asked odd numbers, we put the do while loop statement. Initially the value of I and j is assigned as 1 and 0. The do while displays current value of integer I, that is 1, and increases it by 2. For integer j also, the value is incremented by 2. Then the test to see if current value of j exceeds the num value. Then loop terminates, otherwise loop will continue. The test is carried out at the end of each pass through the loop. Net effect is that loop will be repeated as many times as number value. See the example given. If we enter 15 as number, we get the first 15 odd numbers according to the loop execution. Let's move on to the second example of the do while loop statement. In the second example, we have initialized 3 integer type of location with name I, fact and num. Then we have used the printf statement to ask the user to enter any number to know its factorial. The same number will be scanned from the memory location with name num. Then to get the factorial of the entered number, we put the do while loop statement. Initially the value of I and fact is assigned as 1. In the do, we use the statement fact is equal to fact into I and decrement the value of I by 10, then test to see if current value of I exceeds the 0. The loop terminates, otherwise loop will continue. The test is carried out at the end of each pass through the loop. See the example given. If we enter 5 as number, we get its factorial as 120 according to the loop execution. Use the apps and IDEs to write and run the program discussed in this section. Here we have finished the hands-on part of this subsection.